This episode is rated M for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect those of the PFC Entertainment Network or any of the affiliates that make this show possible.
This is the Pure Fury Creations Entertainment Network.
This is Creepy Soup on the PFC Entertainment Network.
No, I looked it up.
Okay, good.
139. I am Jill.
And I am Jill's Hump Trophy.
And we want to thank everybody for their
Patience.
gracious patience
Yes.
and us getting our shit together.
Work's been crazy.
Yeah, and like you have her schedule, and I know we've talked about this before.
Yes.
You could do 2/3 shifts, 1 12, 1 8, another 12, and then a second shift.
Or
And-
3 12s in a row, and then a 12.
Her schedule is all over the place, and it's difficult, and she's a mom, and so she's got to do mom things, and sometimes priority as much as like I love doing this
Yes.
podcast.
Not
but
saying that you guys are not a priority, because you guys definitely are, but sometimes home life, family life does take...
kind of gets in the
precedence,
way.
you
Now,
know?
if you like the show, we have merch.
The way you
Was that smooth or was that fucking smooth?
that was something.
Okay, now I don't know if any of you watched the 80s. But in the current episode, Jason and I,
Is that a grape or an olive?
it is a black tourmaline.
Oh,
Cause I got crystals. Like
I'm sorry.
I got burnt up sage. I like a grape or an olive. I don't eat in here, ma'am. So anyway, any hoodle.
Sorry.
If
Squirrel brain.
if you listen or watch to What the 80s, that drops on Wednesday with myself and Jason Klaus. We discussed some of the apparel from the spring drop that Jason did. Now, this is the baseball hat. I love it. I've worn it to work. I love hats. I love it. It's.
I want a beanie.
I know. Yeah. Hopefully, winter apparel. Jason, are you listening? Beanies.
I love the beanies.
But I got the woman's baseball shirt because I was super fucking excited, and I thought if we do, because we're supposed to be doing a live at Christie's shop. That hasn't happened yet, but we'll get there. So I thought it would be really cool for us to have, because they look amazing.
Who is us? I ain't got the money for it.
Well,
I'm poor now.
Well, look, I wouldn't, and this is not against it. This is Printify.
I'm aware.
It's a great shirt.
Don't talk bad about
It's a great shirt. Oh, I think my order's here. It's a great shirt, but It looks like a pajama top. And I ordered up because I like roomy. I like big. I like to breathe when I'm wearing clothes. Maybe. I don't know. What?
Baby.
That's a whole different show subject.
We should come up with one of those.
But I ordered a 2X because I normally wear, depending on the brand, large, extra large. That definitely fits like a large as a 2X. I even checked the tag. And because it is...
So go up like 2 or 3 sizes.
Yes, for sure. If you like them roomy. Or even if you just want it to fit right. So I'm not trying to discourage anybody from buying. I just want you to know, like, I've seen it now, and this is what you're getting. It does look like a pajama top.
Well, it tells you before you order it what it's made out of, right?
Well, yeah, but one, who looks at that? But
Well, maybe you should start.
well, yeah. I love the hat. I love the hat. Worn it to work already. And it's different than the one that I got your dad, because that's more of just like a regular hat. It's got like where it's got the distressed look a little bit to it, and this is like a baseball hat. So, with that in mind, I mean, neither one of us have had a whole lot going on in the last month.
Work, and no play.
Again, we do want to thank you so much for
Yes.
the grace you've given us in getting our shit together. We do now have something worked out, at least for the next few episodes, and then, we'll revisit that.
I can't. Shut up.
You shut up. In fact, it's been so long since we've recorded, I went full gray.
Yeah, and I've been saying for weeks and weeks I've wanted to dye my hair and have yet to do that because work.
Yeah, it's been busy. Look, I took a me day. So
I don't have that option.
see, that's the beauty of having adult children. You get to do shit like that because I don't have to.
No, it's not even the kids. Fucking work, dude. All work and no fucking play. Can't even fucking do my hair. Can't take time to get my nails done. Nothing. Like, I don't have time for myself.
Yeah.
I'm always got to be everybody's something, and it's just I am physically and mentally exhausted right now.
Girl, same. But I will give a quick life update. I did switch from GA to Body Shop, and I absolutely love it over there. There's some people that went from GA to Body Shop back in November, and they didn't have job postings, and so they've been floating around for months. And my second weekend there, I put in for a job and got it. So I'm on like a permanent team, and unfortunately for them, they're still floating.
That sucks.
But I love it over there. The team I'm on, we go to a different job within the team every day. I absolutely love it. I'm fully trained on all the jobs, which is beautiful. But yeah, I'm loving it over there. The only thing I don't like is I seem to be having an allergic reaction to the sleeves I have to wear, but I came up with a solution. I have those shrugs. Anyway, I have a solution, and now I just have to wait for this to get a little better. But yeah, that's my life update with that. So we are going to move into some true crime news. Not that this is a new segment, but this is stuff that's just out there this week, and I gotta talk about it. And the first one is, and I know some people are kind of mad that I'm not even going to say her name because she is a piece of shit. She's trash. She's subhuman.
Sub?
The thing that murdered Selena was denied parole.
Oh, thank God.
Well, people are mad because they wanted her out so they could vigilante to that shit. is my guess. You know what? I think they denied her parole to save her life, to be honest.
Why?
I truly think...
Nobody didn't do shit for Selena.
I know. But I truly think because there was so many people, a lot of people.
Plotting and planning.
Oh, yeah.
Do that shit in secret, people. Come on.
Right. Don't announce it.
Yeah.
Don't even...
Because then it's premeditated. Number one.
Yeah, Selena's killer who?
And then number two, now you can't do jack shit about it. Because she got denied.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks, guys. Shh.
So,
Get it together.
So, she is where she is. I don't think you know what? I don't even think any freedom is good enough for her. What she did to that woman. I mean, and Selena was young. Very young. Like 23, wasn't she? Very young. Very...
Regardless, she had that old bitch took her whole life away. She had her whole life ahead of her.
I mean, she stole from her, and then she ended her, and
took her life.
And
like,
I don't think, even if it's from...
I don't know how that bitch could even live with herself.
Outside those prison doors to when whoever meets her, that's too much freedom for her. She doesn't deserve it. So that's that. And the next piece of news is anyone that knows me knows that since August of 2018.
Damn! Okay.
I have been obsessed with the Chris Watts case. He is also a trash human. And there was 1 week previously that we really didn't have material, and I'm like, you know what? I just got a lot of information off the top of my head that I can, and was able to do like a full-on episode of just the shit I knew.
That's how crazy she is.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, for the first, and especially during 2020, because there was books that came out, and when I was off work because of COVID, I had time to deep dive into shit that I had no business deep diving into.
No.
And so I just know a lot of useless Watts information. But
Probably even knows what size shoe he wears.
I don't. I do know he shares a birthday. Him and your brother share a birthday.
And Cruz. Cruz has the same birthday.
Yeah, they share a birthday.
They're bad.
Yeah, fucking Tauruses. Nope, I didn't say that. Shh. Didn't say that. But he committed his acts in Colorado, and he was getting major death threats while in Colorado. So in the middle of the night,
as well deserved.
Yep, 100%. They swept him to Wisconsin, and he was in Dodge Correctional, which is maximum security. And at some point this week, I'm not sure what day, I became aware of it. We're recording this on Friday. I became aware of it on Wednesday and listened to more about it yesterday. And let me see. So they moved him from Dodge Correctional to... Just give me a second. I screenshotted it. To Graham Correctional in Hillsborough, Illinois. And so he went from a maximum security facility to a minimum security facility.
Oh, is minimum?
Not minimum. Sorry. Glad you said that. Medium. Yeah, medium. How I like my steaks. Medium. Moo. I haven't had enough coffee yet. I'm just...
Start chugging, bitch.
Yeah, my ADHD today, it's ADHD and...
Shut up.
So, let me go into do not disturb mode.
I don't know how to do that. I've tried. I don't know how to do that on my phone.
No,
He said he'll take you out to dinner.
So do you want to get into the meat and potatoes of this?
Yeah, because you got to go to work.
Yep,
And I got to go pick up hump trophies from
Yeah.
their auntie's house.
So take your Xanax and let's trauma bond with some strangers because it's been a while. And that reminds me, I don't remember, and I was gonna screenshot it and send it to you, where they were talking about trauma bonding. And I don't remember what it was. And I'm like, they stole that from us.
Yeah, we should have copyrighted it.
Right.
Trademarked that shit. Damn it.
So, because it's been a while, we didn't really want to get into anything too heavy. So I kind of pulled up, I took a note from Jason, and I pulled up a list. It is an interesting list. There are 50.
We don't have to do all 50, right?
No.
Do 25, and we'll do the other 25 next.
Yeah, we could absolutely do that. But I wanted to do, because we do true crime and we do get a lot of our true crime information from documentaries. And of course, documentary series type things like First 48, things like that. But I love me a good true crime doc. I love it. And because of this fucking news of the Watts thing, of course, I don't watch anything at work, but I listen.
Right.
I had the Watts, the American Murder, the Family Next Door, whatever it's called. Yeah, I was listening to that. Before that, though, I was listening to the Dark Side of Comedy. Oh my God. That just made me want to do, I've never in my life done it, but it just made me want to snort up some coke, because it's all, literally, almost every comedian
has done it.
There's only been a couple. I mean, most of them, oh, Jesus. Yeah, because, I mean, you got, like, and there's some good ones on there. Brett Butler. You probably don't remember the show, but Grace Under Fire.
I remember hearing.
You were little when it was on, but I used to love that show because she was Southern and a single mom, and she had like really good friends, and her ex would come back in and out periodically. I just fucking loved it. So anyway, that's Dark Side of Comedy, and I don't know if it's considered Hulu or Disney Plus because I fucking finally listened and bundled that shit.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I was watching that. Oh, the Dustin Diamond story. They have an episode with him. Oh my God. He was treated horribly. As a child. And you know what? I'm sorry. I know I'm derailing. I feel so sorry for his dad, who they do interview for this episode. Dustin had an older brother that had heart issues, and he died. And I think Dustin was like 6. And you can just see him like being a happy kid, and then after his brother dies, his face is just, you just want to hug him. Then they try to take him to Disney. Anyway, long story short, his brother dies. And then Dustin's mother, so his wife, passes away, and now he's lost his other son. So, like, I feel so sorry for the dad, because he's lost everybody. So let's get back to the list.
Damn it, Mom.
I know. I'm sorry. So I'm going to start at number 50, which I have never heard of this one. It's called A Wilderness of Error, Season 1. I've never heard of it. It is the investigation of a well-trodden case struggles to justify its runtime. I don't fucking know. Those comfortable with the ambiguity may find its inconclusiveness strangely appealing. I don't know what any of those words strung together mean.
Nobody likes inconclusiveness.
Right.
We like closure.
Right. And this list is actually from RottenTomatoes.com. So they have their rating. That's got a 64% rating. I really don't know how the ratings work for Rotten Tomato.
Right.
But I know they seem to be important. With a 69% rating, and I did start this, but I never finished it. Not that it wasn't good, life happens. And that was Don't Fuck with Cats, the Hunting an Internet Killer, and I do know that is on Netflix. And the little write-up on that is Don't Fuck with Cats offers an intriguing tale but questionable intent and muddled storytelling, making it a hard sell for anyone but true crime completists.
Okay.
And next, also at 69%, and this is number 48, we have, and I have listened to this at work.
I've watched it on Netflix.
Yep. I've so many times, because every time I listen, because I'm at work, so I get into my job and I may miss something, so I've listened to it so many fucking times. And this is Killer Inside the Mind of Aaron Hernandez. And it's about exactly what you think it is. I forget how many episodes there are. 3, I think.
Yeah,
And
I wonder how the sisters' relationships are now.
I wonder about that too, because for those of you who don't know the case, Aaron Hernandez played for the New England Deflatriots, and he was engaged to one sister, and the guy he was in prison for murdering was the boyfriend of
the other sister.
Yeah, the two sisters. This one was dating, lived with, and had a baby with Aaron, and this sister was dating. Oh Jesus, his name just.
I want to say it's Otis.
Otis.
Oh yeah, no, it was
Fuck. Does it say? Mm-mm.
I want to say it was like Odin.
Odin.
Yeah, Odin.
Yeah. That looks like a movie, not even a fucking series. So we're not going to talk about that one. But I have listened to that one, and I do wonder how the sisters get along now. I do know recently she had posted about Aaron Hernandez because it was his birthday, the anniversary of his death or something. And their daughter is now like 12. Adorable little girl. She's a very pretty little girl. I don't know that one. And that looks like an actor, not even. That's a movie. See, some of these aren't documentaries, but coming in at 45 with 71% is Night Stalker, The Hunt for a Serial Killer. And that, of course, is about Richard Ramirez.
Uh-huh.
Now,
damn, that fucker's ugly.
He's ugly, and a lot of witnesses or people that have been around him, because he didn't have good oral hygiene either, would say, like, the smell coming from his mouth was just, it wasn't normal bad breath.
It was, like, putrid.
It was, like, rotting. And my guess is maybe his teeth were rotting. Now, I don't know what this one's about, but at number 44 with 74%, is The Innocent Man, Season 1. It says that it will satisfy true crime aficionados looking for a slickly packaged mystery. I had to say that slow so it came out proper. But viewers seeking more than a probing deconstruction of the justice system may come away disappointed. So, again, these are kind of at the bottom of the list anyway. That one, there's no real write-up, so I'm not going to do... What?
Next.
Family Guy. They have fucking Family Guy.
Maybe you should have went on something else other than Rotten Tomatoes to try to get a list.
Well, I mean, what the fuck?
Is that Takashi?
Yeah. And
No.
So number 41 is Supervillain, the making of Tekashi 6ix9ine. Gross. Well,
Oh, here's one. Here's an actual.
yeah. At number 40 with 80% on Rotten Tomatoes is Ted Bundy Falling for a Killer. And it says Elizabeth Kendall and Molly Kendall, which I believe that was the woman he was dating with while he was committing his murders, and her daughter. At number 39, there's The Ripper, limited series. There's no write-up. That's all it says. That has got to be... Okay. At 37, there's Evil Genius, the true story of America's most diabolical bank heist. And this says Evil Genius makes up for a lack of conviction and nuance with this intriguing sense of discovery and plenty of entertaining insanity. Now, I will not watch this one.
No, I can't. I can't bring myself to.
I've heard too many things, and I can't. And this is at number 36 with 82%, and that's The Trials of Gabriel Fernandez. I cannot do it. I can't. And that's because I've already listened to an episode of Color Me Dead that did one, and I can't even think of the kid's name because I've blocked it out. Like, I've fucking blocked it out about the little baby. Yeah.
When it comes to children, we just can't bring ourselves to, especially being moms. It's just hard to hear.
Yeah, that
how
one.
Somebody can bring themselves to do things like that to a child.
You know, and like that one with the one with the little girl that I have blocked out her name. That would be a good one. But when I listened to the episode of Color Me Dead, I had to listen to it in increments, and it took me 3 days to get through an episode because I'd get to a certain point and I'd cry and I'd shut it off. I could not do it. Oh my God, I couldn't do it. At number 34 with 81%, we have Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich.
Filthy fucking disgusting.
Filthy fucking disgusting, and I don't care what anyone says, he was murdered. I didn't even know this one was out or was a thing.
I did.
But at number 33, there's Lorena. I don't think anything else needs to be said. I do remember when she was acquitted, I was at Graham's house, and I yelled outside, she was acquitted. Don't fuck with me. Anyway. This one, at number 32 is Alan v. Farrow. Sorry, it's Farrow. Mia Farrow. And that is...
Hey, wouldn't it be Alan versus Pharaoh?
Yeah, V. Same thing.
Oh, okay.
Same thing. Anyone like my age knows Woody Allen was married to Mia Farrow, and Mia had adopted a daughter, Soon-Yi, I think her name was. Well, Woody and the daughter had an affair. They're still married to this day, but the girl was like very young, still a teenager when they got together, and he was old as fuck. So that is, that was pretty disgusting. Even like, ugh. Ew.
Wait, him and the wife or him and the stepdaughter?
Him and the stepdaughter. Yeah, they. I believe she adopted, I don't know the whole story. I just remember some of the headlines. She adopted her, I think, prior to their marriage. And then him, and he's just so creepy looking. What happened? Okay. Nope. I don't know what happened.
Your phone's stupid.
We'll get back to that. But the next one on the list was the Preppy murders.
Who's the what? No.
The Preppy murder death in Central Park. That was a big case in the 80s. Don't know that one. Never heard of it. There's no write-up. I do know this one was huge. I personally have never watched it. Have you watched it?
It looks familiar.
Well, I know a lot of people talked about it. It's got 84%. The Netflix documentary Making a Murderer. And this is exonerated after spending nearly 2 decades in prison for a crime he did not commit. Stephen Avery filed a suit against, it says more, there's nothing to click.
Probably against the police and the yeah.
I didn't watch it, so I don't know anything about it, but I do know it was like everywhere. And I'm skipping around. At number 26 is Heaven's Gate, the Cult of Cults. They were fucking crazy. At 25, with 84%. And look, there was some very serious, some serious subject matter. But during COVID, when everyone was locked down and reached the end of the internet.
Still haven't watched it yet.
Oh my God, girl, do it.
Still haven't watched it yet.
Do it. The Tiger King. Because, first of all, you look at Joe Exotic, and it looks like Joe Dirt and Lisa Frank had a fucking baby. And he is so, like, he's hard to describe. He's released country music songs, which I did not know this.
Neither did I.
Until watching the documentary. He ran for mayor, governor, or something. So, like, plus the zoo and just so many things. And the other cast of characters that are in this show. Obviously, you got Carol Baskin, who everyone just swore up and down. She fed her. There was even the whole song about it.
Carol Baskin
killed her husband.
You should have Jackson come in here and sing it.
No, we can't because it's marked not for kids. So we can't have kids on here.
But he can sing the song.
Yeah, well, it's a YouTube thing, so no, we can't. So
he doesn't gotta be seen.
We now know that her ex-husband is now alive. He was found alive.
But where?
I don't remember where. I just know he was found alive. He's not dead. I don't know why he was gone for so long, but I mean, it did make sense because she's a little fucking out there too. Like the whole fucking cast of characters is crazy. Like the one dude married to the young pregnant girl.
I never watched it, Mom.
Oh, that's right. They equated him. Remember King of the Hill? Hank's dad and his young wife was pregnant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, it was funny. He's from Michigan.
Oh shit.
Yeah, crazy. That show is something that there's everything. There's music. And like the one part that's very, like he had a husband, and that husband in the one office lobby somewhere and it is on camera that he shot himself in the head. Now, if you want like a good, how do I word this? A good paranormal side of this, the Ghost Hunters went, or Ghost Adventures went there, and oh my god, fucking dying. I was dying because during the episode of Ghost Adventures, and it's a special where they're there. It's an hour or two, something like that. They go into Joe Exotic's cabin, his little housing unit, and Zach picks this thing up, and it is a penis pump, and there's residue in it. And watch it. That's funny.
What episode is that?
It's a special. It's a special where they go. Now, they get some crazy fucking activity. And they're, of course, it could be edited to match, but they say something about going, like, the closet, shelf, something. I don't remember exactly.
Being in the closet.
And they go in there and find a hat that apparently Joe Exotic was really mean to this husband, and he took this hat away or whatever it was away, and they find it, and it's fucking crazy. That's a good watch. So go watch it if you want to see the paranormal side of Tiger King, because that is at number 23 with 90% is The Pharmacist. I did start that one, didn't finish, didn't strike my interest. And then I mean, I guess I could see how this would be true crime, but McMillions, it's about a real con. Oh, I think it's like the Monopoly game, how it's fixed, and yeah. I haven't watched it, so I'm just spouting words. I don't fucking know. At number 20 with 91% is The Devil Next Door. Compelling but challenging, The Devil Next Door can be uncomfortable viewing, but essential interviews and an empathetic eye come together to shed light on an important story. I don't know what the story is about. I don't know. I haven't seen that one either. We're skipping a few. At number 17 at 95% is Atlanta's Missing and Murdered, The Lost Children. That was a lot of kids in Atlanta in the 70s would come up missing, and then they would find their bodies. And if anyone watched season 2 of Mindhunter, that was like a huge storyline of Mindhunter. I'm so upset they're not bringing that back. That was a damn good show. And that's actually one I probably should look into, because that was very interesting. And they caught someone is in prison for it, but a lot of people are saying it's the wrong person. The Staircase. Again, this is one I started and I was like, yeah.
Should not have 94% then.
I mean, maybe there's a huge interest. It's a very interesting story. It's about an author. His wife dies, and something about she falls down some stairs. He claims to not be home at the time or not in the house at the time, and then something about an owl. I don't know. Like, when the owl got brought into it, I was like, I'm out. Yeah, so apparently...
What fucking owl?
I don't know.
What?
Exactly. I was like, you know what? You're blaming this woman's death on a bird?
What? Is it on camera?
I don't
If
know.
it's not on camera, it didn't happen.
Right. Now, this is one I've been wanting to watch. It's I'll Be
interesting.
Gone in the Dark. And it surrounds... Okay. Michelle McNamara was huge in her... She had an obsession. She was not... the Golden State Killer.
Okay.
And she was actually, at the time of... She passed away before he was caught. But she was married to Patton Oswalt.
Uh-huh.
You know who he is, right?
Yeah.
He was King of Queens.
Yeah.
The one friend. And he was like... It was like bittersweet because like that was his wife's passion, was finding who this was, and then she passed away prior to finding out. At number 12 with 97% is I Love You, Now Die. I haven't watched it, but I have read a lot about it. It was a kid who his girlfriend was... Basically, he was talking about, like, he was unhappy with his life, he wanted to kill himself. She goaded him into it. And she was actually put on trial for her part in his suicide. And she just reminds me of that one actress, that Cara Delevingne. I don't know her name. I can't stand her. Her face...
Cara Delevingne?
Yeah, her face pisses me off. I cannot fucking... nope. And that's just a personal thing. That's nothing against her. She may be very talented. I wouldn't care if it was... If Gary Allen had a starring role in a movie, if she had a minor part, I'm not watching it.
Oh, my.
I wouldn't... Nope. Nope. No, I've never heard of that one. That sounds like a movie. That's got no write-up on it. The Confession Tapes. This comes in at number 8 with a 100%. And this is a confession. When is a confession not a confession? When it's involuntary, coerced, or downright false.
Unless it's on your own terms and it's the truth.
Right.
All of it.
Right. But I guess what they're saying is if you're coerced...
Promised something, or being told if you tell me this, I'll let you get out of here.
You know, and every time I hear something like that, it takes me back to the West Memphis 3.
Yeah.
When they had Jesse and Miss Kelly in an interrogation room for multiple hours. Like multiple.
Yeah.
And they only have like 2 hours of his confession recorded, where you can hear them when he would give one time. Well, no, didn't you say 11? Oh, yeah, I meant 11. Like, what they did, and he was a vulnerable adult, in my opinion.
Yes.
Well, vulnerable child, because I think he was 17 at the time. And he...
No lawyer, no parent
No
present.
lawyer, nope. And he did it because he thought if he did this and cooperated with them and told them what they wanted to, his dad would get a new truck.
That's what he was promised.
I don't know if that's what he was promised, but maybe reward money. He'd be able to buy his dad a truck. And basically because of horrible police work... 3 innocent, in my opinion, I feel they're innocent.
They all should have been fucking fired.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's no write-up on that.
Free Meek.
Yeah, that's at number 6. At number 5 is The Innocence Files. It's apparently on Netflix. The rest of these, I guess, I'll have 100%. The untold personal stories behind 8 cases of wrongful conviction that Innocence Project and organizations within the Innocent Network kind of oversaw, and yeah. Never heard of this one.
Murder on Middle Beach. What?
Yeah. Tracing through a family's history to try and solve a murder, this unusual docuseries weds true crime and personal memoir for a particularly poignant punch. Have not seen this one either. I didn't even know this one was out. Rust and Power, the Trayvon Martin story. Is it a documentary or a movie?
Documentary.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah, and okay, there's some on here
That should not be.
that one should not be, but there's also some that should be and aren't. Hate to say it, but the one that I was watching, American Murder, The Family Next Door, about the Chris Watts thing, and I like that because nobody is interviewed. There's no one interviewed. It's all text messages and body cam footage, the police body cam footage, the interview when he's in the police station, and then when the mistress, who is not innocent, I don't give a fuck what anybody
Nope, she
says.
sure as fuck ain't.
Actually, if you watch the footage when he's loading Shanann, you can see a woman. There's two different people. And if you do like the outline silhouette and then compare
Yeah,
it.
but sometimes there are men that are built like a female.
No. There's actually
I think it's because you know that she has a part in it. I think you just want to see her.
No. There's two different people. There's two different jeans. There's two different boots. And Chris did not have long hair and a ponytail. Sorry. So, yeah, that should be on there. I know it's new, and I don't know how old this list is, but the new documentary about Gabby Petito, I have not watched it yet. I did watch a TikTok last night where her father was on a podcast or an interview or something, and the host hands him his phone, and it's got all these videos of how Gabby's story saved their life. They got out of abusive relationships and things like that.
And that's what people need to take from that, especially if you are in a domestic violence relationship.
Get out.
Like, you need to get out there. Today it's yelling, tomorrow it's smacking, and the next your family's trying to find your body.
Yep.
You need to get the fuck out. Whether you're a man or a woman, because men can be abused too.
Absolutely. Now, your opinion. Is Brian Laundrie still alive?
Who's that?
Her killer. The boyfriend.
Oh, fuck yeah. He's on the run and the parents are fucking helping him.
I 100%
It doesn't
agree.
matter what your child does. You, as a parent, it is your job and duty to love and protect them no matter what. And they are taking it to that level. And I'm sorry, even if it were my kids, if they are willing to commit something like that, whether it's the abuse of a woman or a man, because I do have a daughter, and they're found murdered.
I didn't see her being
A
abusive.
little bit's crazy, okay? I'm sorry, I will still love my kids, but if they committed a murder,
Yeah.
I will not protect them.
I will call Crime Stoppers and
Hell
collect that
yeah.
money.
I don't know if you ever watched Patty Lucky. I'll be Nanny Lucky. Give me some of that money. Like, this is where they at. But no, like, I'd protect them to an extent, but when it comes to taking someone else's life, nobody deserves that.
No, I mean, I would get my kid a lawyer. But I truly, because look, the whole, there was the manhunt, they searched for him, and the parents find the remains. First of all, in that short a time, never mind. That would be a whole story in and of itself.
Oh yeah.
But I feel that one should be on there. And look, have you ever watched Abducted in Plain Sight?
No, but I've been wanting to.
That is a roller coaster. And there's not a moment you're not going, what the fuck? The neighbor is having an affair with the mother. The father is having an affair with the neighbor. The neighbor is obsessed with the daughter
What? Huh? What?
and kidnaps the daughter. Not once, but twice. Yeah. Yeah.
Bitch, no.
Yeah, watch it.
No.
Girl, watch it. You'll be like, what in the actual fuck? What is wrong with these parents? What?
Some people, I can say names, should not be allowed to be parents. Okay?
Yeah, the father admits to, I can't remember if it giving or receiving.
Some people just should not be allowed to procreate either. I could say names, and I'd love to. But I
Yeah,
won't.
me too. There are, oh my God. I'm trying to think of some other ones that I've watched and are really good that should be on there. And, you know, I'm sorry, but you would think with all the talk of the Gabriel Fernandez one, do you like Banana? Because this one's really good.
Fuck shit, no.
Oh, whatever.
You got me confused with Heather. Nope.
This is Strawberry Peach. But there are, you know what? Comment your favorite true crime documentary, and if it's something that a story we haven't covered, maybe we'll use that as a resource to cover a story.
Yes, definitely. Please do so.
And as usual, you can always send in your personal stories that we could, read online at creepysouppodcast@gmail.com. Send those in. If you're a part of the group, you can always send me a message with a story or your personal experiences. What else is there?
Printify.
Oh, yep.
Can I do that one?
Yep, there's merch. Let's see if I can still roll this off my tongue like I could before. For all of the PFC network shows, there's pfcstore.printify.me. For the spring, and Jason is also on April 15th dropping his summer merch, which I'm excited.
Hopefully there's crop tops.
I don't know. You wouldn't, not me. You don't want.
I would buy a crop
You do
top.
not want to see me in a crop.
I've lost quite a bit of weight, and I can pull it off, so I'm okay.
I got menopause body and fupa, so nope. So the spring one, which is available, I believe, until the summer one drops, that is pfcspring.printify.me, and then our merch, which is pfccreepysoup.printify.me, and that's got this lovely bitch. It does have the shirts. It's got this lovely bitch. It's also got, and I need to get the shirt with our faces on it. It's got all kinds of fun stuff there. And I think he said when it drops, it's going to be pfcsummer.printify.me. So we'll see. I'm trying to think. Not this weekend because I have to work, but next weekend I am at a Paracon all day, and I am so excited. And that it's a Paracon. It's like Comic-Con, but for paranormal
Yeah, I kind of
enthusiasts. That is an all-day thing. Christy and I are going. Okay, we're still recording. We are sorry. We don't know what happened there. Well, yeah, we do. Oh shit. The time started over. Um, All right, so on that note, we're going to end it, and hopefully that's saved. Bye.
Bye. I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.